All right. Welcome to another episode. Sharp Does Math. We're talking about dividing with unit fractions today. And I'm first going to show you what a unit fraction looks like. And a unit fraction is any fraction at all, okay? 1/6, 1/8, 1 over 2016. Doesn't matter. A unit fraction has a 1 in the numerator, okay? That's what makes it a unit fraction. So today we're going to talk about dividing with unit fractions, and I'm going to show you two things. So first we're going to talk about how to divide a whole number by a unit fraction, and then we'll also talk about dividing a unit fraction by a whole number. So those are the two things we're going to cover today. All right. Now, one thing that's really important that you have to remember is when you have a whole number, because we're going to use this, when you have a whole number, let's say we have the whole number 6. When I want to make that whole number a fraction, okay, I'm going to just put it over 1, okay? So the whole number 6, that's the same thing as the fraction 6 over 1, okay? So it's really important you understand that because we're going to do that to all the whole numbers we use today, all right? Now, when we talk about dividing with fractions, okay, there's a 3-word phrase that you need to remember, and I'm going to put it right over here, okay? Keep, change, flip, okay? Keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. And you always remember that, okay? Keep, change, flip. And this is how it works, okay? So first I'll start you off with, we'll divide a whole number by a unit fraction. And I'm just going to go ahead and let's divide by 1/4, okay? Really doesn't matter, okay? When we divide, okay, when we have this division symbol here that we're going to divide here, we're going to go through these steps of keep, change, flip. And here's how it works, okay? Just like you read words on a page, you read them from left to right, okay? We're going to keep, change, flip, all right? So I mentioned this before, your whole number, that's the same as putting it over 1, all right? So when we keep this, okay, we're going to keep that the same, okay? 12 over 1 is going to stay the same. So we're keeping this one, okay? We're going to change this division symbol, okay? We're going to change it. And the opposite of division is multiplication. So we're going to change this to multiplication. So we keep it, we change it, and then the last one, we're going to flip this. Okay, we're going to flip that fraction. Instead of 1 over 4, we're going to flip it to 4 over 1. Okay, so we keep, we change, we flip. All right, and that's how we solve these problems. Now, it's probably important you watch the last couple videos where we talked about multiplying fractions. First, you multiply the top. So 12 times 4 is 48. Then you multiply the bottom. 1 times 1 is 1. Then you simplify your answer. 48 divided by 1 is 48. And now you got them. Okay? So when we divide, we're going to take our whole number and we're going to put it over 1, make it into a fraction. We're going to keep, change, flip, and then we just solve as if we're multiplying fractions. So I'm going to go through that a couple times so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And it doesn't matter whether your whole number is first or second, you always keep the first part and you flip the second one, right? So here's another one. So let's say I have 6 times 1/3. Okay, 6 times 1/3. Remember, your whole number, you just put that over 1. Okay, so down here, I'm going to keep the first part. So I'm going to keep 6 over 1. Okay. Oh, messed that up there. we're doing division. So I'm keeping 6 over 1. We're going to change division to multiplication. So kept it, changed it, and now we're going to flip the 1/3. We're going to flip that to 3 over 1. Okay? And here's our new problem. Multiply the top, so 6 times 3 is 18. Then we'll multiply the bottom. We're going to simplify our answer, and it's 18, just like that. Okay? So there's a couple of examples of how to do this when we have the whole number first. Okay? So let me show you what happens when our fraction, our unit fraction is first. So let's say I have 1/5, and I'm dividing 1/5 by 8. 1/5 divided by 8, okay? Now, take that whole number, and we want to change that into a fraction. So instead of 8 just by itself, we're going to make it over 1. So we have 1/5 divided by 8, but we're going to write it as 8 over 1. Okay? Keep. So keep. This will stay the same. 1/5. The division symbol is going to change. That's going to be step 2. So change that to multiplication. And then last step is flip. So we're going to take 8 over 1, and we're going to flip that so it's 1 over 8. Okay? Now, we multiply the top, then across the bottom, and that is in simplest form. So you can see the difference. When your fraction's first, you're going to end up with a fraction. When your whole number was first, we ended up with a whole number. Okay, that's the difference. And that's why it's really important that you always keep the first part, change to multiplication, and you flip the second one. Okay, keep, change, flip, keep, change, flip. Okay, a lot of times a big mistake we'll see is sometimes you'll keep the second one and you'll flip the first one, and that'll give you the wrong answer. If we did that here, this would have flipped to 5 over 1, and your answer would have been 40. Okay? Now 40 is a lot different than 1/40th. Okay? Way different. So you always have to remember, keep the first one, change to multiplication, and flip the second one. Okay? Keep, change, flip. All right? And that is how you divide with unit fractions, with the whole number first or with the unit fraction first. You always do the same steps. Remember, put your whole number over 1, and then keep, change, flip. All right? Hope you learned something new today.